works so here. Don,
Hi.
would you say hi to the Danish listeners in Denmark?
Hello?
Don, would you describe your new record to me?
Good. Good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's the best record I've ever done, I think. I mean, I would say that it is exactly the way I want it. I got it exactly the way I wanted it. I got the cover that way, I got the music that way, I got everything that way. I did it on a digital lathe computer at CBS. Yeah. Yeah.
What makes it different from the other records you made?
Well, I had complete control of everything I was doing. And I should have all along, but they always got in my way. Some way or rather they would get there. I don't know. This time I got complete freedom. And I did it all for $40,000. Yeah. Not bad. It's no use to spend much money. Just do it quick. Have the right group. I do have the right group.
Who are the members? What kind of a band have you got on that record? Could you tell me the musicians on it?
On guitar and slide guitar, I have Jeff Morris Tepper on slide guitar and guitar. And I have Brave Midnight Hat-Size Snyder on guitar and slide guitar. And also he plays bass. Also he plays viola, but I haven't done the next record. That's when he'll be playing viola. Have Robert Williams on drums and percussion. Have a fellow named Eric Drew Feldman on synthesizer, keyboards, mellotron, and mandolin, as well as I'm hearing these people ordering. It's getting my way, but that's what he plays.
Is this the same band you played with tonight?
Oh, the ones that I just mentioned, yes. There was a fellow named Drumbo that played guitar on the album, but he left as soon as the album was over.
What are you satisfied with it? It's I understand it's a rather. Is it a rather new band you got there?
Is it what?
Is it a new band you got now?
Well, it's the best band I've ever had, definitely. You should go to the Golden Bear and hear this group.
I'm gonna do that for sure, you know.
Oh, they're good.
When did you get this band together?
About just before I did the tour of Europe, and that was God. It's been probably 4 months. I would say 4 months. I would say that actually 4 months.
But the old band you had, the old Magic band with Sudhorn Rollo and Roquette Morton in it, you were together with those guys for many, many years.
Many years.
What happened to them?
Well, Sudhorn Rollo's roll got stale. Roquette Morton's rocket misfired. And so on and so forth. They're all Art Tripp, Arthur Dyer Tripp III, Ed Marimba, is a chiropractor now. He's a chiropractor now. I talked to him last night.
He doesn't play anymore, what?
He quit playing. Now he's playing the spine. I put that on my second album. Not my second album. What album was that? That was The Spotlight Kid. And I drew pictures of all of those guys, and I put a biography, and I said that I thought he would be playing xylophone, the spine. That's what he's doing.
I just saw the record today, you know. I went to the record shop in Carlsbad where I live, and I saw that you put his name on it, you know, because I saw that you put his name on the back of the cover, you know. On the it must be the second newest album, isn't it?
That would be the second newest, right? That would be Shiny Beast Bat Chain Puller. He played marimba on that. Yeah. He was good on it. Yeah, that was a good album. Yeah. I like this album better, the one I just did, Doc at the Radar Station. Yeah.
What does that title mean, Doc at the Radar Station?
What doesn't it mean? Yeah, that's what it means. Yeah, that's probably what it means. Yeah. It means nothing. I mean, meaningless. It's meaningless. I mean, it's just a poem, you know.
What is the writer Duncan Fleet writing about?
Right now? Yeah. Oh, on that album, you mean? Oh, genetics and just poems, really meaning poems. That's what I like, poems, as opposed to meanings. You know, meanings become extinct. Poems, you know, like keep going. Yeah.
What is Beefheart music, Don? Could you tell me what it is? Because it's not normal rock and roll.
Spells. I would say spells, actually. Yeah. Sound sculpture, spells, paintings, poems. Yeah.
You said tonight it wasn't rock and roll. You're not going to get any rock and roll tonight. Do you mean that?
I won't do rock and roll. No, I won't do anything that's fixative. I don't believe in hypnotism. I don't think it's good. Everything I've seen out of it has been bad. You know, like with music, hypnotic music. I don't like hypnotism music. Music that repeats. None of my music repeats at all. None of those beats repeat. It's all a different thing. It's very difficult to learn that stuff.
We all remember you were working together with Frank Zappa. What do you think about that yourself? Is that something that you're going to carry on with?
No, I won't work with Frank Zappa again. Thank you. No, I won't work with him again. I don't like his lyrics. I don't think women are a joke. No, I mean, you've heard his new albums. I frankly just don't care to do that kind of music. No, I mean, I'm more interested in the opposite sex than that. I don't want to make money off of women. No, I don't want to make sport of women.
That's the strange thing, you know, because what I got out of your lyrics is that you love women a lot.
I love the difference. I mean, naturally. Anybody should. Any man should love women. Unless they have another preference. I mean, a man with a man, that's fine with me if that's the way they choose it. And a woman with a woman. But as long as they're happy doing what they're doing. I like women, frankly, with a man. I mean, I like women with me. I mean, I've been married 11 years. 11 years. It was our anniversary recently.
It's just the same as us.
Yeah. How long have you been married?
11 years.
That's wonderful, yeah. That's wonderful,
yeah. Don, one of your songs I love most is Your Eyes from
Her Eyes Are
Her.
A Million Miles.
Yeah.
It's about the ocean.
Is that true?
Her eyes. Yeah.
That's my favorite till now. You know, I like your new album a lot. You know, but my favorite up till now is Clear Spot. What made that such a good? What made that such a good record?
I don't know. You mean to you? You mean what made that a good record to you? Because you like women. I did a lot of songs about women on that record.
You also played Big-Eyed Beans from Venus tonight. It must be one of your favorites.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I definitely enjoy that song. I play that almost every time I play. If I didn't, they'd probably come get me. You know, they would scream about me playing that. So, hence I play it, and then they don't scream about it. They know they'll hear it. One night I didn't play it.
And what happened?
I had to play it. I mean, I had to play it. I mean, they made me play the thing. Well, they didn't make me play it, but they screamed for me to play it, and I just played it. I mean, how can you hold something like that away? If they want to hear it that bad, I'll play it.
How is it for you to start up with all young musicians like you do right now?
How is it to play with the people?
With all young musicians around you?
I don't know that they're that young. I mean, Jeff Tepper is 25, almost 26. Eric is almost 26. The youngest musician in that group is Brave Midnight Hat-Size Snyder, the guitar player. He's about, how old is he now? It's about 21.
Yeah. But you've been around for the last 15 years at least. But none of these guys has. Don't you feel there's any generation gap between you when you're working with these guys?
No, I mean, if there was, it would be me harboring attitudes about age, and believe me, I mean, I don't think anybody's a good enough mathematician to qualify that. At least not me. Gravity's the master.
When you're on stage and when you're on record, you use lots of instruments. You play saxophone and cymbals and all kinds of things. Somebody would say that you actually treat that saxophone very strangely. Would you describe the way you play saxophone to me?
The only thing is that I'd have to play the saxophone. There's no description. I just I use it as something to get me out of, through the saxophone. I try to get through it. Same way with the harmonica. Anything I play, I try to play what I am through it. That's about what I'm doing. I don't believe in music.
You don't believe in music?
No, I really don't. I don't like music. As you hear it. I mean, I like Stravinsky. I like Varese. I like, what's his name? I don't know why can't I think of his name? I like, what's his name? I can't think of his name. What is his name? Mozart. Yeah, I like Mozart. Yeah. I like a lot of other people too. I mean, I could be giving you a list for forever. I like A.L. Lloyd and Ewan MacColl, sea chanties. Have you ever heard A.L. Lloyd and Ewan MacColl?
Never.
They did an album called Blow Boys Blow. You ought to hear it. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, they did a thing called Patty West. They did a thing called, peripheral noises really disturb me.
We've been together for half an hour now, and I see that you take notice of everything around you all the time, things that bother you,
I can't help it. I go right to it. I go right to any irritation. I'm not able to close off. Excuse me. I won't do the microphone like I did tonight. I slapped the microphone. What is it that I do?
I broke your chain of thought.
No. I don't have any chains. No, what it amounts to is that I just don't have that shut-off valve that some people have. What are you, selective thinking?
How can you survive in a country like United States when you don't have that valve?
It's not easy. It's not easy, but I mean, I'm an artist, you see, so I have no choice. I wonder if any artist has that choice. I mean, to shut off that valve. Because if you cut off a feeler like that, then you're closing a hole, you see. And I don't believe in closing any holes. I believe in breathing with all my holes open. That's the kind of music I like. If I can hear it. I think Stravinsky did that. Yeah.
Could you tell me your favorite song on your new album?
Let's see, what would that be? Making Love to a Vampire with a Monkey on My Knee, I like a lot. I like Sheriff of Hong Kong, I like that. I like Sue Egypt. I'm wondering what my favorite songs are. These seats, they're musical chairs.
What has the last time you were in Denmark was in 1972 or?
I think it was 72.
Yeah. What has Don Van Fleet been doing since that time?
Music, painting, poetry, writing novels, lots of things.
You write novels?
All the time. Yeah, I'm always writing. Writing and poetry, music, drawing, anything I can do. I did all of these real recently. My 100th.
My wife is an artist, so she's probably very interested.
I did this tonight before I went on. Yeah. I like to paint, you see, but I mean, when you can't paint, you can draw at least all the time.
She does that all the time.
All the time. Thousands of these books. I wrote 5 albums when I was on that tour of Europe, in England. Just in England, I wrote 5 albums. In France.
Like that?
Huh?
Like that?
No, albums.
Albums?
Yeah, literally albums.
So you don't need to search for material. You're just writing all the time.
All the time, yeah, all the time.
Don, will there be any chance that we might see you in Denmark in the near future?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go there. I like Denmark. Yeah, I like to play there. They like me in Denmark. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely will be there soon. Yeah.
Could you say when?
I don't know why I didn't go this time. I don't know why they didn't have me go this time. I mean, the people that set up the tour. I'm not that happy with Virgin Records. I'm not. No. I'm not with Virgin Records anymore. Do you know that?
No. What company are you with now?
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm not with them anymore. They failed to pick up my option, which made me real happy. Yeah. Because they didn't deserve this group. When I played in New York, they didn't even have the album out on the stands when I was on Saturday Night Live. It wasn't even in the stores. Isn't that something? Gross, bad business, gross negligence. I mean, business is business. I mean, if they have my album, I delivered my album to them. They could have at least put it in the stores. Isn't that amazing? That is amazing that they didn't have that album out in New York when I did Saturday Night Live. You know what Saturday Night Live is. Yeah.
What are what will Don Van Fleet do now? What is your near future? I have to do that again. What is your near future plans?
Well, I want to do an album. I definitely want to do an album. Yeah, and I'm going to put out an exhibit. I want to do an exhibit of paintings. Yeah. I want to put out a book of poetry. I have so much poetry. I definitely want to do that real soon. Yeah, and I want to go to Denmark. Yeah, I definitely want to go there. I like the gold beer you have. Yeah, that's good beer. Yeah.
Thank you, Don.
Yes, thank you.